Welcome back, humor consumers, to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm comedian Tracy DeGraff.
And I'm Cathrine, co-host and bestie.
Welcome to the Pod Lab today, Cathrine. We're here this afternoon, and I'm kind of at a low because I'm doing this elimination diet.
Oh, are you feeling low?
Well, not low like emotionally, but like I want food.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
So right. I'm drinking my protein shake. Which,
that looks yummy. It looks good.
Uh-huh.
You don't think?
I don't think it looks good. It looks almost black. Like it's.
Oh, I think it looks delicious. Because when I make stuff like that, I know what it tastes like.
Okay.
It tastes good.
Yeah. It's got blueberries and blackberries and chocolate protein and some kind of milk, coconut milk.
I figured it had blueberries in it. It's sort of blue, and I could see the bits.
Yeah. The little seeds from the blackberries are annoying, though, because they don't really get mashed up with the blender.
Yeah. But don't you like that little grit? I like it.
Yeah, maybe. It's all right. I think it's going to help me, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is day one. I'll have to do an update as we go along. I'm sorry, I'm just going to talk about this for a minute. I didn't plan to, but out it come. I'm doing a 2-week elimination diet.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, good for you.
Well,
That's good.
Okay, so I'm working with our friend and health coach, Lindy Flanagan, who goes to our church, and I've been working with her for now, I don't know, a year and a half or longer. Anyway, she's certified now in like a breast cancer prevention kind of nutrition, some sort of a program where she talks about, preventing or managing like symptoms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get stuff.
Right.
Anyway, I'm working with her to do this elimination diet for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, we're going to bring back in things that would cause trouble, like dairy. So it does something. Like you drink anything from a cow, dairy-wise, right? Not eggs. Eggs are from chickens.
Right.
Okay.
Even though they stick them in the dairy section in the grocery store.
They do,
it's
but
not dairy.
No, it's not from a cow. Anyway, and then after 2 weeks, we're going to reintroduce these items, sugar, dairy. I am avoiding alcohol, but I don't know if we're going to reintroduce that or not. But anyway, and gluten is a big one.
Yeah.
So all things wheat.
That's good.
And then see if I get stomach ache or any kind of symptoms or gas or anything like that.
Aren't you eliminating red meat too?
No, I'm not eliminating red meat, but so as you know, I'm a cancer survivor.
Right.
And when I was post my surgery and all of that, the nutritionist that I met with said that you should limit your red meat to only 6 servings per year.
Right.
That's a very big limit.
It is. That's true.
I mean, when you think about how much hamburger a family could consume with spaghetti, tacos, hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
We just had Italian beef. That was a roast.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to limit it to 6 per year.
I'm
working on it because it's not easy to do that.
No. I thought you were doing that for the elimination as well.
No.
But
no.
Anyway. Okay. All right. We better get going.
All right. Go ahead. Oh, what are we doing?
Aren't we talking about the outline?
Oh, right.
Well, order. It's order in the court. That's what this whole thing's about.
I lost my
You know what's so funny? This whole thing is on organization, and right off the bat, woo!
Oh, and
out it went. And
look at the desk.
I know, I did. And your notes for the outline are on your phone, and the phone is recording us, so it's over yonder.
Right. Okay, real quick, just another sidebar, and then I promise we'll get to the episode. We are recording this on my iPhone, the video, and hoping and praying that it's all getting picked up. So we have these little microphones on, and I'm hoping that it's not stopped over there. Everything's charged up, and we're going to send that out to our patrons.
Right.
All of our humor contributors.
So organized and all the stuff. I like how you said the batteries are charged up. That's some foresight there, some organization.
Well, that's because last time when I went to do it, they were dead.
Well, we learn as we go.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about episode number 174, Clutter. We're talking today with organization.
Yeah. We did clutter last week, and we're doing a follow-up on now what?
Organized.
Stay organized.
I'm sorry.
I just looked at her like, No.
Oh my gosh. Why? Okay.
It's funnier. Okay, so we just talk about the topics. It doesn't mean that we are
Have it
good
together?
at it.
Okay, that's what makes us great, Cathrine.
Yeah,
that we're not afraid to put it out there that we're idiots. We do not have it together at all.
We're trying.
If we were all
Yeah.
perfect and everything and had it all done and all
We'd
together,
be annoying.
yeah, people wouldn't like us. Ugh. We wouldn't even like ourselves. We'd be like, ew. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, episode number 174. After you declutter, what now? So we're talking about organization.
Right.
Organizing after you declutter. If you missed our clutter episode, that was last week. So listen to that.
Yeah.
I got some feedback, by the way.
Oh,
One of our listeners, Cindy. Hello, Cindy. Shout out to you.
Hi, Cindy.
Yeah, she said perfect timing, great topic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and she just mentioned some things that she got out of it. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this is how to stay organized after you declutter.
Right. So the takeaways, if you stay with us, through
Please do.
the whole podcast, you're going to learn 13 ways to stay organized and maximize your productivity. What are you looking at?
Well, it is one of them.
Oh, that
yes.
scared me. I thought you were looking at a bug for some reason.
Oh,
when you were
no.
looking down. I'm
No,
like,
I
what?
was like, okay, go ahead.
You read it because
I'll read.
you told them to me.
I did in this order.
Okay.
After decluttering, what now?
Oh, gosh. I already said that.
Okay. You did, but not as a takeaway.
Oh, okay. You go ahead.
All right. Then 13 ways to stay organized and maximize your productivity.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then lastly, we're going to talk about some examples of organization in the Bible. Some figures in the Bible who were organized.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as always,
Oh, yeah.
we have scripture.
Right. And a call to action, which we didn't discuss. But
Do you have one in your head?
I just think that people should just
Get their act.
I'm laughing because I'm like, oh gosh, we're supposed to be organized, and neither one of us have the call to action. I just don't. Here's the call to action.
Yeah.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Well, that's half of parenting right there. That's the Mom 101.
Well, we're carrying it on
All
to
right.
our listeners.
Okay, what say you, Cathrine? Just
All
tell
right.
me.
So in our last episode, we talked about clutter and we talked about donating. So one of the things that you should do after, your follow-up and staying organized is follow through on your donations. Don't just leave them in your car or leave them in that spot like I have where it's to go.
Do you have one right now? Do you have stuff that needs to be donated?
Oh, I have
that's
3
sitting-
bags.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I have some stuff in my trunk right now.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And so, yeah, make sure you follow through on that. And if it's out of the way, well, you'll feel better. Bitter? You'll feel bitter. You'll feel bitter.
Do you know? This is so funny. The other day when I met with that Kim from Cornerstone Church.
Yes.
Okay. We sat down to talk and I said the word house.
How'd you say it?
I said it like I was from Canada. House? I don't know why.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't even correct myself.
Oh, you just carried on like normal?
I just let it go.
I've been in that situation before.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Next on here is shop consciously. I want to say, I so badly want to read it this way, conscientiously, but that's not what it says. Shop consciously.
Well, think.
When you see something that you really like, don't be impulsive. Think, do you really need it? And even those items that you may think you need, really think about something else that you might be able to use instead of it, or just kind of just measure out your options, Think, as you said.
Yeah. Shop your own closet is what I've always heard, like with trying to minimize spending as well as not just adding to your wardrobe. Just look through your own closet and see what you have to wear, put different things together.
Check your inventory. Make a list. Yeah, things are so easy to order online, like hangers.
My husband.
Yes, I know. That's why I said you don't have to order 100.
He did.
I know.
He has, you know what he just ordered? So we have Until We Die.
Yeah. We're going to go on a tangent because I got something to say too.
Sorry. Until We Die, we have Q-tips. We have Q-tips until we die. We will be leaving Q-tips to the kids.
Oh, I can't stand that.
What do you have?
Well, Kenny keeps buying like little miscellaneous parts and things that we already have, but he can't find them. Guess why he can't find them?
Disorganized.
Mm-hmm.
So parts to like the car or for like projects around the house, right?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Or tools. That happens with tools too.
He's pretty good about his tools.
Yeah. Oh, Ron.
He is.
Ron. Okay, we're gonna throw our guys under the bus just for a minute. We love them. We love them to death. Anyway, Ron couldn't find his grease gun, and he's a construction guy.
Yeah.
He needs the grease gun because he has to grease tractors and such.
Oh.
Okay. Couldn't find it. Well, Amazon, clickety-clack, here comes the grease gun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before Amazon got the grease gun to the front door, he found his grease gun. Mm-hmm. So now he has two because he's not going to send one back.
Exactly.
Done.
All right. Create a simple organization system. Yeah. So set a timer for 10 minutes and use that time to kind of tidy up every day. In 10 minutes, it's not a lot of time, but it's enough to keep, like once you've decluttered, to just keep up on it.
You know what helps with that? And maybe you have this in your notes, so stop me if I'm going to like be stepping on that because I don't want to do that. But I've been subbing in the preschool. Mm-hmm. Okay. You have a preschool of 24-year-olds, right?
Wow.
And, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Or 13 or whatever the number is. They're all in a room. Mm-hmm. And they have these different stations where they have, here's where you play garden, and here's where you play with the beans, and here's where you play with the blocks. Everything has a place, and it has a label.
Yes.
And so when it's cleanup time, the teacher will tell one of the students, okay, Johnny, go ring the bell. And they ring this little chime. Mm-hmm. It's so delightful. We should have that. We should have a chime.
I would love that.
It's cleanup time.
I would have
ding,
a
ding,
big,
ding.
loud cowbell, though. Come and clean up.
Well, you want it to be pleasant.
I know.
Anyway, so when the chime goes, you should see the students. They just go into cleanup mode, and in 5 minutes, they have that room. It was tore out like a tornado went through.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
But they know where to put things.
Yep.
And everything has an assignment. This block goes there. This truck goes there. Yeah. It's very organized.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Under the simple organization system, create a daily chore schedule. So that's more if you have, I guess you could do that even if it's just you or you and your housemate.
I don't like the word chore.
Really?
I don't. Do you?
How about task?
Okay. That's better.
I don't mind it at all.
Okay. It just, there was a disconnect in my brain when you said keep it simple and then create a daily chore schedule. Mm-hmm. Those two don't. They don't.
But it
compute.
Can be. It can be. That's. I think it can be categorized as simple because you're just saying, okay, husband, every day you put the dishes away once they're washed. That's not really a big deal.
Come back again. Say it one more time. Say it loud so our friends can hear. What did you say?
I said, husband, you put the dishes away once they're washed, or whatever the case might be.
You give him that chore every day. It's the daily chore schedule. Husband, you're in charge of this.
Yeah, why not?
Is this? Who are you? What planet are we on?
I don't get it.
What's
the problem? What's the problem?
Is that what you do over there in your house? Is that what Pooh does?
We each have stuff, yeah.
Daily. Pooh's doing the dishes.
No.
Okay. Just, Cathrine.
But there's other stuff that he does.
Okay. Other stuff like?
Picks up after himself.
Okay. Wait.
Yes. That's just...
I can't get past it. I've been married for 35 years.
Yes.
And that has never worked for me.
Oh, really?
Not for the dishes, no.
Well, it doesn't have to be the dishes.
Well, you said dishes.
It could be something else. I know that. It's an example. Sorry, I got a text here.
Ooh, who's texting
It's actually, it's Maureen, Tristan's mom. Oh, and you came up.
Oh, why did I come up?
I don't know.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I'm going to tell her yes, but I'm not home. Yes. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's kind of important.
Okay, while you're doing that, I want to say this because I did think of this. When you said daily task schedule or chore schedule, one thing that went through my mind is just renaming that. Like you could call it what the Fly Lady calls it. She calls it a morning routine and an evening routine. So like let's say that your morning routine is to make the bed and make sure that the sink is clean or whatever.
Yeah.
And the evening routine is to tidy up the living room and make sure the dishes from the dinner are put in the dishwasher or whatever.
Right.
So just a couple things. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be
Keep it
complex.
simple. Yeah, exactly.
But expecting your husband to do it, good luck. I hope that works out for you.
Now, Tracy, we're supposed to be encouraging.
Well,
people.
I'm being realistic.
That's realistic.
Okay, let's move on.
2 ways.
What's
All right.
the next thing?
Make putting away. Make putting things away a habit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, put it back.
Yes. When you
In
get it
the
out,
same spot.
return it. That's a pet peeve of mine. So I'm more organized that way.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever. All right. Now
Wait. Do you remember the back in the day, like 20 years ago or 30 years ago even, people would have the pegboard in their garage and they would put the tool there and draw like murder tape around it, right?
The outline of the object, yeah.
So then if it's missing, you know it's missing.
I know. I remember going to other people's garages, like where their dad would hang out or whatever, and there would be the pegboards and the little I was amazed. Like, I love that. That is so organized. I was attracted to things like that.
Yeah.
Even as a kid. Weird.
You know, I really do think I listened for research for today. I listened to this one lady who talked about how you have an organization style based on your brain and your personality. And some people are the types that like to see their stuff and they like to know where it is. So they like clear bins and they like labels.
That's me.
Okay.
I was going to talk about that.
There you are.
Yeah.
And then other people just like it to be hidden. They just don't want to look at it. They want it's there, but it's hidden.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
So I have all this stuff for the shower coming up that we're having at our house, and I've been buying lots of eclectic dishes and things. Well, initially I had them wrapped in clean wrapping paper, not gift wrapping paper, but
Like
packing
cushioning paper or whatever. Yeah.
And I have them in clear bins because I like to know, and I label them with a labeler because I just like to be organized. But then I'm like, dang. And I would even put on marker what's in the wrapped paper. Still not good enough. So what
How would you describe it?
do you mean?
Are you talking about those 3-tiered things that you're making? That's what you had wrapped up?
No.
Oh, what?
But just
dishes.
Just dishes and things. I bought, iced tea glasses and teacups and saucers, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And teapots. Well, I do not like how I can't tell what it is, even if I labeled the actual paper.
You undid it all.
I undid it. Guess what I did? Bought clear bubble wrap because that way I could see through it. And I can also see through the tote because to me, it's more. I also have an inventory list in a notebook. I have this many teapots. I have this many whatever, serving platters or whatever. It's just, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It really does. I don't want to lose track of what's in those totes.
Sure.
Even though I have it on paper, sometimes I can't keep up because I'm out all the time. I can't keep up on it.
Right.
So that's that.
That works for you then.
Yeah. Okay. Now, once you have your new organization system, share it with your household. Let them know what's what, because if everybody's participating, that's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah.
Don't fill up every container. Ron, the golf balls.
Okay.
Or whatever it was.
It was golf balls. When we moved, I mean, Ron is incredibly anal and he's very specific. But when we moved from our old house to this house, he was just putting miscellaneous things into everything.
Yeah.
And if there was a box that had room in it, he would put golf balls in it because we lived close to a golf course or whatever. Or he did work on a golf course and he found a bunch of golf balls in the dirt because he works in the dirt. Anyway. Yeah, so we were unpacking, you'd open up 20 boxes that said miscellaneous, and the filler was golf balls.
Yeah. Well, according to this, don't do that. Don't fill it up. It's an easy mistake to use the containers that it's sized just to hold the things that you have. But it says leave a little bit of space in there in the event that you have to add to it, but don't add to it on purpose, just to fill it up.
I learned that space is really helpful, especially to like our psyche, like our brain. Because if there's no space, does that speak to you, Cathrine?
It speaks to me. It makes me so happy. I took out some stuff that I didn't want to part with in the garage. Just knowing it's there is bugging the heck out of me. When I pull into the garage and I see wall-to-wall stuff on all the racks we have, I can't stand it.
But are you getting rid of it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, real quick. I know I'm going on a million tangents, but I've got 4 glasses that I took out of a space.
Okay.
And I'm moving them on.
Okay.
I put them, they were on top of my dryer when you came in. I don't know if you noticed them.
No, I didn't.
But I've never used them, and they take up a ton of space. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm never going to use these. But I thought it would be fun to smash them.
Oh.
Would you like to smash them with me? Remember when we did that in your basement with the hammers? How cathartic it was?
Yeah. Are they colorful?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We were making art out of colorful glass, and so we smashed it in a pillowcase, and we found it to be extremely cathartic.
We did. Oh my gosh.
All right, so after we're done recording, but if we have time, we'll go out into the driveway.
Yeah, we
glass.
can't do it today. Oh. No. But we could do it soon.
I gotta go make my tacos.
Gotta keep the husband happy.
Oh, if tacos is all you gotta do, consider yourself blessed. Jeez, Cathrine.
Hey,
get those tacos going.
Stifle it.
I can't.
Okay. Oh, that's so funny. All right, real quick, because we're running out of time.
2 meanings for
Stop it. Lastly, I'm going to continue on.
Okay, cool.
Be kind to yourself if it doesn't work perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
That's it for the follow-up. We're only on the first takeaway here. Okay.
What's the next one?
I gotta switch screens. Hang on. Okay, moving on. 13 ways. Oh, these pop-ups.
I can't get to my phone. That's where I have my notes.
I know. That's all right.
They're over there.
We didn't talk about our sponsors either.
I'll talk about the sponsors while you get your pop-ups together. If you are joining us for the first time, we do have sponsors. We call them humor consumers. No, contributors.
Contributors.
Thank you. This episode is a mess.
Oh, man.
They sponsor us with $5 a month. Thank you for that, by the way. We have, I don't know how many now, 20 or so sponsors, and we so appreciate it. If you would like to join and cross over from humor consumer to humor contributor, you can do that by going to patreon.com and look for Life Happens Laugh Anyway, and you'll find our page, and you can just click on a clickety-clack. $5 a month will come out and come to us, and then you're going to get the video. Hopefully it's working. Right.
We're working on things for the Patreons or patrons.
Yeah, we're going to send them only the video because the rest of you pay up. If you want to see this hot mess, give us your $5. Gosh. Right?
Yeah, we both have sleeves on, but too, so that anyway, I'm just describing.
I put on my jacket before we recorded because I didn't want my big arms.
So the camera is a side view. This whole time I'm sitting here like trying to suck my gut in. Okay. Then moving on. 13 ways to stay organized and maximize your productivity. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do these as little bullet points.
Okay.
Because they're self-explanatory and they're easy to know.
Okay.
Simple or whatever. Make a to-do list. I love to-do lists. What's that face?
You like the check boxes.
Yes, I do.
You like to write it and check it.
And then if I did something that wasn't on the list, I add it.
After it's done.
After it's done, I add it. Like, well, I did that too.
Right.
And that counts.
Yes.
And then I'll put the little check.
Because you feel productive.
Oh, absolutely.
Love it.
Yes. And do that every day. Make just a little bit of time, whatever your habit is in the evening. Just try to incorporate that into it. Like, what are you going to do the next day? Mm-hmm. And then ahead of time. Triage your priorities. So that's kind of self-explanatory too. Just kind of triage, kind of meaning what's the most important, and tackle those first or most urgent.
Yeah, and usually I put those at the end. Do you
really?
I do. I put the fun stuff first. The things I like to do. Like eat breakfast.
See, I'm a little bit opposite. I like to do the fun stuff last because it's my reward.
Yeah, that's nice. You're that is correct. That's like the Brian Tracy eat that frog. That's the way. We did an episode on that, on procrastination. You're supposed to do the thing you don't like to do first, and you're supposed to prioritize based on what's going to get you to your goal the fastest. We've done all this research on Brian Tracy. I love that guy.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Third, make daily, weekly, and monthly plans.
Well, that does not sound easy at all.
It doesn't. But I'm going to be truthful, y'all. I spent over almost 2 hours researching on this. I didn't like any of the lists. I felt like, well, a little bit of this and a little bit of that makes sense and is realistic. And then I just kind of narrowed it down to this particular website for what I was going to use.
That's understandable. I mean, no two people are alike. It's not one size fits all.
Right. Yeah. And then it was aggravating me because I found one website that said not everything has to have its specific place. And I was like, no, yes, it does. Because then you'll find it and blah, blah, blah. And it goes against the majority is,
that makes no sense at all.
I know. It was frustrating. But anyway.
Okay, so when it comes to lists, do your to-do list. And when it comes to plans, if you have a daily plan, a weekly plan, a monthly plan, if that works for you, do it.
Yeah.
But if
it's overwhelming,
then just leave it to the side.
Yeah, because then it's hard to stay organized if something like that is overwhelming.
For sure. I would look at that and just go, I quit. You're in the headlights, Yeah,
maybe. Right. But I would definitely say make a to-do list, and if it's a monthly one that you're doing, just make it an overall thing. Like in June, I want to start deadheading my plants that are going crazy, whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little tip from our friend Kim Teskey, who is our admin at our church, and I work at our church 2 days a week, and I just came from there. She is so organized with her to-do list. So she has laminated pieces of paper that have her to-dos on there. And she has 3 weeks at a time, or maybe more. But she showed me today her 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And she's got certain things that have to happen by a certain day. Yeah. In a certain week. And she's going on vacation. So she's getting ready to turn the reins over to me. And I'm like, nah. I have to run the ship. Okay.
Yeah. She's very organized. I'll tell you who's not. We're going off the rails again a little bit. I just have to say this.
Who's not?
I have been having so much trouble getting this block of rooms for the wedding.
Hotel.
It's a long story, but this reservationist that I've been dealing with, so unorganized, I can't even believe it. And then I did ask her today. I've been really patient. And then I said, how come you're just now telling me this about this contract?
Yeah.
And the dates were wrong.
Oh, wow.
I had it in written. I wrote it out and verbalized it and all this stuff. Anyway, it's a mess. But I kept wishing that they were more organized.
Yes. Okay. It would help.
Yeah. Okay. Use online or paper planners, whatever works best for you. I love paper planners. I
Yeah.
love to be able to jot it down. Plus, I like to get creative and put stickers and stuff like that and be able to look right at it as opposed to the online thing. Delegate some work. Not too hard. Husband, do this. I say husband because
you're not going to get any tacos if you don't do the work. Andale.
We don't have kids in the house, so
Even
he and I.
Even more taco time. I'm sorry. There it was.
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead.
You tell who's the comedian here. But also, you're just braver than me. Okay.
Well, I'm just pointing out.
Oh my God.
You're the one who said it.
No, you said it.
No, I thought it and said it.
Right.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're right.
Okay. Avoid multitasking. You can't do one thing very well if you're multitasking.
No, you
Don't do
can't.
that. Schedule some breaks.
Oh, nice.
Because when you have your breaks, you can think clearly. You can do your planning, blah, blah, blah. Number 8, establish a routine. Clean up your workspace regularly. So,
Yes.
we're just...
Looks
Okay,
great.
I thought about the pod lab.
What? What about it?
Well, I thought about, organization.
And we need to do an overhaul in here.
How I feel when I come in here.
How do you feel, Catherine, when you come in here?
I'll save that for another time. Trying to be polite.
Wait.
The first thing I feel,
Yeah.
we need light. I'm
I
looking
thought
all
you
over.
said you were saving it for another day.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
There's something wrong with us. You're
my
right.
God.
We do need light. And Catherine rescued that lamp.
I did.
Out of the lamp in the corner, for those of you that are not contributing $5 a month. The lamp in the corner. She rescued it from the
we're
trash.
Poor, so I had to get it from.
Well, and it's perfectly good, except for one side doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't have a pull chain. It has a space for a light bulb, but there's no pull chain.
Well, that could be fixed easily.
Okay, take it with you and fix it. Give it to your husband.
Yes.
With his tacos.
Oh.
No, you know what? We do have
What?
to do an overhaul in this room. I think I need to get rid of that desk.
I was just saying that to somebody. Who did I say that to?
Do you know what I think it needs to be replaced with?
Do you know what I just realized? That
What?
means I was talking about it to somebody.
My stomach hurts.
Tracy's desk needs to go.
I bet you were talking to Christy.
It was.
I knew it.
It was.
I knew it.
It was.
Okay.
But it was not. It wasn't negative.
No,
Believe me, it wasn't.
I know that I'm your bestie.
Yeah.
Here's what I think needs to happen. I feel like we need to, because we're going to replace the floor anyway. My husband is replacing all the flooring in the whole house. So this floor is going to go. And then get a beautiful area rug. And I think there needs to be like a sofa.
Seating area.
A sofa. A sofa with a pull-out mattress so that when my boys come,
Yes.
they have a place to sleep.
Yes.
I don't think a full-size
I was
sofa.
just telling her. I said I don't think she actually sits there. I know
No, I
Tracy.
don't.
She sits either at the kitchen table or most likely
Yeah.
on her lap.
I sit here a lot in this spot because I like the sitting up.
You know how I know that you do that? I see evidence later when I come in later.
Right. There's crumbs and such. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We will take a video of this whole room and send it out to our contributors.
Oh, good idea.
And we'll do a before and after.
Oh, we must.
Because it might take us a little while to get it done because we have to replace the flooring and buy a couch and decorate and all that. But we're going to do it.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see. Schedule your workday in blocks of time. Okay. So
I like that.
Yeah, right. Celebrate your small wins. Set
that.
artificial deadlines.
I think that's just to give you a goal. Like when you set a goal, it has to have a deadline, and then if you have to move it, it's okay. But at least
That's
you have
true.
something to shoot for.
Yeah. It's like artificial time when you set the alarm and it's not really that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Eliminate distractions. Oh, I can see where that would help.
Yeah.
Because we can easily get off course when we have those distractions around.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for the 13
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. What
Ways
about
to
the
stay.
biblical organizers?
Okay, well, just some examples like Joseph in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
In Joseph's story, particularly during his time in Egypt, is a testament to the power of being organized. He was tasked with managing Egypt's resources during 7 years of abundance to prepare for 7 years of famine. And Joseph's strategic planning and organization saved not just Egypt, but surrounding nations from starvation. And then, like with Nehemiah rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, his leadership in rebuilding Jerusalem, the walls, and it's another good example of organization. And this one I'm just saying from the top of my head, like when God gave the instructions for the tabernacle and all of that detail so God is the one that set the guidelines for the organization of the whole thing, but they had to follow it. They had to be organized in with the instruction they had been given. And then like even the Ark of the Covenant, same thing. It was very particular, very organized. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So those are just a few examples. I think I might have wrote another one. Oh, Noah's Ark.
Yeah, very organized.
Can you imagine?
2 by 2.
Yeah, the organization for that, and Solomon's temple.
Well, if you look at the character of God, our creator, he's a God of order.
Exactly.
So, he created the sunrise and the sunset, and we have a day, and then the waters were separated, and
the seasons and
everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's important.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm just going to add one thing that really works for me.
Yeah.
And I said it a little bit earlier. Labels. Labels on, everything.
I love labels.
I do too.
And I used to have a labeler, but then I went a little crazy and I labeled the labeler. Oh, this is a labeler.
I labeled Rod muffin.
Taco. Anyway, it's not cheap. The label stickers are not cheap, and anyway, my labeler broke. And so I never replaced it. So now my labeler is just masking tape and a black marker. And it's totally fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It looks great. Just be quiet.
I didn't say. Okay.
Are you ready for the verses?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40 is one verse. And it says this. Now, this is interesting. Here's the New Living Translation. It says, but be sure that everything is done properly and in order.
Okay.
That's the New Living. Yeah. Now, let me give you the NIV, because that was the one that we first looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Come, it's not coming up here. There it is. But everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. That's the NIV.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, now Luke chapter 14, verse 28 says this. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? It's just basically reminding us that if you have a project, you need to get a plan together to make sure that you can execute the plan. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, Cathrine, what are you gonna do? What's your call to action? What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, you specifically.
Well, I'm going to continue to do inventory checks. That's one thing that keeps me on track. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to purge the items, that we don't need. And that includes everything, groceries, what's in the fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable if you pull out, say your barbecue sauce you haven't touched in however long, or your mustard, and you look at the date, out it goes.
Yeah.
Pickles, whatever. So I do things like that regularly. My to-do lists, I'm always, I have to stick by that, because if I don't, I'm like a free bird. I'm like, where can I go? What can I do today? Who can I hang out with? Oh, Tracy. Oh, Tracy's got a job.
The J-O-B.
Yeah. So I can easily get off track if I don't have that to-do list. Yeah. So, and then my to-do list is based on what's really nagging at me, that triage thing.
Yeah.
And what is a priority, and then What's the thing that's going to bring me joy?
I love that. I love that. You remember Marie Kondo during the pandemic, the woman who she had to go through every item in your house and say, thank you for bringing me joy, whatever. Yeah. Well, I would say a call to action for me would be just to realize the preciousness of time.
Yeah.
Because everything that we're managing takes time.
Right.
And if things are disorganized, we're wasting time. We're losing time. And you can never get that time back.
Right.
You can always make more money. You can always find more things, or whatever. If you give away something that later down the road you find out, oh, I need it now, you can go get it again, or you can borrow it or whatever.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of that, friends. All right. Well, you've been listening to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm still comedian Tracy DeGraff.
I'm still Cathrine.
See you next time. Bye-bye.